and it gave me directions down the cart path. If y'all see my truck flying across the 9th green during lunch, I need somebody to pay my bail. So when I checked into detox at the homeless shelter in January of 2013, my hands were shaking. I was lost. I was stuck, right? Inability to make decisions, inability to make positive decisions to move forward, right? And a lady comes out and she says, everybody that's been here for more than 24 hours, you now have to leave this building and walk across the street. Mind you, no medicine, right? I was in bad shape. And they said, you're not allowed to just sit around here. You have to walk across the street and go to this 12-step meeting in the other building. I was like, okay, well, whatever. I've been stuck in this building. I want to move around, no problem. So as I'm walking out the door, same lady, Miss Pam, I love this lady to this day. She said, you, Sweasy, 123, bad number. They called me 123. She said, go make your bed. I was like, okay, why would I make my bed in here? That dude's naked. He's throwing up. You brought him in a hospital jumpsuit. What does it matter? And she said, what are you here for? And I was like, well, I would like my car back. I would like my house back. I would like a family, maybe a condo on the beach one day. That's why I'm here. And she said, okay, big baller. She said, you want all that responsibility, but you won't make your own bed. As I went through this homeless shelter, I lived there for a year. I realized I had this thing. It's called decision paralysis, right? I could not make decisions on my own that would cause me to move forward. I get stuck. I think everybody in this room, I see heads nodding, right? You get to a situation dealing with, it could be a business thing, a financial thing, a loved one or whatever, and this decision paralysis kicks in and you freeze, right? And that's driven by fear. Fear means one of two things. You're either afraid you're going to lose something you have or not get something you want. Fear is evil and corrosive. The book says it should be classed with stealing because it seems to cause more problems. All right? I'll give you an example. When I was sitting in that house and I did not want to go to the homeless shelter, I did not want to go get a job. I froze. I got stuck right there. Why? I was afraid I was going to lose those things I had. Fear number one. Afraid I'm going to lose something I have. Second part is I'm afraid I'm going to not get something that I want. So I'm going to go check into this homeless shelter. I'm going to give up this little room that I live in here. I'm going to let you all take, I had a truck at the time, a little beat up rusty thing. And I was like, y'all are going to take the only vehicle I have. I'm never going to get that back. I'm never going to be able to get insurance. This program's probably not going to work. And then where am I going to be? Y'all see? On both sides of fear, afraid I'm going to lose something I have or not get something I want, I got stuck right there in the middle. I didn't know it was called decision paralysis at the time, right? But I was stuck. I was having trouble making decisions in there. And he gave me a simple 3-step process that I'll tell you how, later on I'll tell you how I've used it throughout my career right here. But he told me, he said, number one, he said, expect nothing. An expectation is a pre-planned resentment. Does that make sense? When you expect things to go exactly the way that you've laid them out, you expect your loved one to react the way that you want them to, you expect the job interview to go so well, I guarantee you I'm going to get this position, and then what happens to us when we don't, that doesn't happen? A pre-planned resentment. I'm now going to be very upset. I'm mad at everyone around me. If all of you all would just do it the way I say, everything would go off without a hitch, right? So expect nothing. He said, step 2, blame no one. It's not your fault. No one means you as well. Am I making sense? It's not your fault. It's not their fault. It's a thing we have to work on right now. And casting blame, pointing fingers, even if it's at yourself, does absolutely nothing. There's no blame. There's only action and work to put in. Making sense? Yep. The last one, and I've hung on to this one, and I use it every day. I use the process every day. The last one he said was, do something. Hashtag do something. That's what I put on my pages all the time. Do something about this. Put in some work. It's expect nothing, blame no one, do something. But I've used that process throughout my career right here. What led me to that process was what we're going to talk about today whenever I get